Whether it's the Army, Navy, Air Force, or Marines, it's a tough time to be in the military. The world is still a dangerous place, and right now the Pentagon is retiring thousands of active duty soldiers to save money.
The question is, why is it also at the same time spending millions of your tax dollars on commercials and enlistment bonuses to attract new troops? That story tonight in a Fox 17 Waste Watch investigation.
You joined the world's greatest army to become a graphic artist? Outstanding! Now that's a man with a plan.
One of the clever commercials designed to attract people to America's new high-tech Army. The agency behind the Army Strong campaign is now working off a $192 million contract. It's a deal that could be worth more than $500 million over 5 years.
There is nothing on this green earth stronger than the U.S. Army.
The question is, why is our government spending that kind of money to recruit when experienced troops are being shown the door?
I would have definitely stayed in longer if I could.
We met Sean Fitzgerald at the Tennessee Career Center in Clarksville, where he was interviewing for jobs. His 20-year run with the Army ended in February, following a Pentagon directive to shrink our military by more than 100,000 by 2019. Fitzgerald says he was well treated, but the process was hard to watch.
If you're a few pounds overweight, you got X amount of days or get out. And they were just throwing people out left and right.
It wasn't weight, but 10 senior officers, colonels and lieutenant colonels, received news they were being retired this year while serving in Afghanistan. More than 500 majors are also targeted. Sean Fitzgerald says the irony of forcing so many people out while opening the door to tens of thousands of fresh recruits isn't lost on him.
It's very wasteful, and they do it like it's a cycle, like a roller coaster, up and down, up and down.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Sergeant Callaghan, and so what brings you into the office today?
So just how many recruits are we talking about? The Army's fiscal year began last month. Between now and next September, it's looking for 57,000 recruits for the regular Army and 17,313 for the Army Reserve.
My job is to train somebody to take my job. And then somebody above me is training me to move up.
Captain William Carrion is a 23-year veteran currently assigned to the Army's Nashville area recruiting command. He says our troops are constantly being promoted, with the best and brightest retained according to the need for their skill set. And Carrion says they never close the front door.
It's a pyramid. There's a lot of people at the bottom, but as you get closer and closer to the top, there's less.
Right now, despite the stated order from the top to reduce force, the people at the bottom are being offered cash bonuses to sign up. Those are the people targeted by these ads, and we're not talking chump change.
Right now, there's a lot of jobs that have a $15,000 bonus. Or even a $7,000 quick ship bonus to hurry up and go to basic training as soon as possible.
I saw several of you last week when I was at Fort Campbell.
Congressman Marsha Blackburn's 7th District includes the home of the 101st Airborne. She says the administration chose deeper military cuts over other areas. And Blackburn says you can't explain away what the Pentagon is doing with our tax dollars.
Well, first of all, they're very inconsistent in their message, because they're retiring out men and women who are on the leadership ladder, and then they're still recruiting.
Which means we'll be seeing a lot more people like former Army Specialist Sean Fitzgerald at mid-state career centers in the years ahead.
Now, in its defense, the Army says that it is cutting back, and it may not spend all of the money in that $192 million advertising contract. As for those ads, the military says it has to advertise to get the right applicants. The Army says that fewer than 25 of the 17 to 24-year-olds are qualified to even enlist because of weight, criminal records, medical conditions, or offensive tattoos.